Especially thrilled to acknowledge with great pleasure my partner, Marilyn, who is not only my wife of nearly 1/2 century, but the mother of our 4 wonderful children. And let me remind you that Machina is about the mother. This is a good time to speak of the most important role she has had in my life. World-class woman and mother, Marilyn. Liberal arts tradition and making me feel loved. Ina and my mother are one. As I look around this glorious building, I see friends and people of goodwill. And none are more true and supportive than my buddies from Fountain City Board Club. We have met weekly for about 40 years. And with rare exception, accomplished nothing. But a good time and a sense of camaraderie was had. I would also like to mention my great friend, Peter Shortridge, who led me to the epiphany which caused me to create Machina. Speaking of which, some of you might be wondering what Machina is about. I'm still wondering myself. Ina translates from the Dakota into English as mother. And while the impetus of this evening is an experience I had with Peter back in the 1970s, well, those times have passed fast, haven't they? They don't look a bit different here. The true meaning of this performance is you. You will be the performers. And together we will melt the ice into the circle of life. In honor of the feminine principle, the mother is the most important force in the universe. We honor her. This idea of the circle is equally important because it is a gigantic circle, as big as all of existence, known and unknown. It is said by the Dakota that all things have a spirit. Even the rocks, the water, the trees, and the grasses. This must be pondered because it is somewhat different than our Eurocentric Greek-descended ideas. The idea that all things have spirit is the true contribution of the Dakota to us. It is the most important to ponder if we really want to be human beings and husbands of this finite earth. It has changed life, death, birth, and learning. This great circle is the lodge of our bodies, our minds, and our hearts. This circle is our way of touching and experiencing harmony with everything around us. Here I must admit that my words have failed me, and I'm going to end by briefly referring to the Tao Te Ching, which means way, virtue, classic, a 2,400-year-old text from China. Let me quote, "The way that can be talked about is not the true way. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. Everything in the universe comes from nothing. Nothing, the nameless, is the beginning, while heaven, the mother, is the creatrix of all things. Follow the nothingness of the way, and you can be like it, not needing anything, seeing the wonder and the root of everything. Even if you cannot grasp this nothingness, you can still see something of the way in everything. These two are the same, nothingness and the way, only called by different names, and both are mysterious and wonderful. All mysteries are the way, and heaven is their mother. She is the gateway and the womb door. I live for the mother." In this way, the performance you're about to give is best summed up by the term Wu Wei, which is defined from the Chinese as active nothingness. Andy?
Thank you very much.
part of this circle. And as I mentioned earlier, this all came about because of an experience I had back in the 70s, and I won't go into the details. I ended up at a Ho-Chunga powwow, and as I walked around that circle with my friend, it occurred to me that something was happening here. And I was raised as a Catholic, and I'm not a good Catholic, but I'm a Catholic. And blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
North is west. If we spin the wheel this direction, this is the direction of the world. If we spin it this direction, we're unraveling the world.
To the east on the medicine wheel is a place marked by the sign of the eagle. It is a place where we see things clearly and wide. The person will have the foresighted vision of an eagle.
Shown by the mouse who runs close to the ground with only its whiskers to tell you what's going on. The mouse is innocent. The mouse is a sacrifice.
The nature of God is a circle, of which the center is everywhere and the circumference is nowhere. Empedocles.
Everything here leaves me intact. I surrender nothing of myself and don no mask. Learning patiently and arduously how to live is enough for me.
When you pray, move your feet. Very much to think about. And my saying is, in a world of infinite objects and expansive possibilities and endless appetites, we are yearning for home without finding. We are searching. We are searching hard. I love that.
A circle is the reflection of eternity. It has no beginning and it has no end.
Wide as daylight and as starlight. And in the center grew one mighty flowering tree to shelter all the children of one mother and one father.
Remember, the circle's empty. There's nothing in the circle. That's what makes it, that's by definition. We make the circle. All life makes the circle. But the concept is emptiness. So, I'm talking about the